Hey everyone, welcome to the Comdo Show where we do Taekwondo all day, every day. I'm Teresa Stanley and I'm a 6th-degree black belt, and this is Grandmaster Craig Stanley, the founder of Comdo and the Comdo Project. And we're just going to talk a little bit about technique today. So I'm going to give you the floor and go at it.
All right. Well, I think one of the main things that people have to understand about pattern is there's a certain way to move your feet. And just as in real fighting, a lot of the skill starts with footwork. And with pattern, it's the same thing. Now, pattern, you're fighting imaginary opponents. So they're not real. You don't have to go into these great, big, fast, super fast moves because it's not real. You're practicing the art of Taekwondo, and patterns gives you lots of different things. It's like lifting weights to be a stronger runner or whatever, right? So you're doing these other things to improve this thing. So if you want to say patterns are fighting, I'd have to contradict you on that and say, no, it's not. Patterns is an exercise that teaches you many different little things that can apply to fighting, but pattern itself is not fighting, and it certainly would never be used in the street. I'm sure many of you have gone over things like, who's going to use a W-shaped block?
I will absolutely do that.
In the street, right? Yeah, no, it's just not going to happen. But doing a W-shaped block is teaching you some body dynamics that you can use to increase your power.
Well, and if you've ever tried to teach a new red stripe how to do toige and like teaching them the body dynamics and like the movement of W-shaped block, it's just them learning how to move their body in space, right? So a pattern definitely teaches us how to balance body dynamics, strengthening, flexibility, all these beautiful things, and also how to showcase our art in a very beautiful way.
Exactly. So back to the footwork. What you've got to understand is that all the techniques in pattern have rules, and there's always exceptions to the rules, but the rules are taught to you in the color belt patterns. As an example, footwork. Now, when you're moving your foot, just going from one stance to another stance, the general rule is the moving foot will go within a half shoulder width distance of your stationary foot. So if I'm doing the first move in 4-direction punch, right? I know it's not a pattern. It's a fundamental exercise, but you're going to let your foot, your right foot, as you step out to the punch, you're going to let it come into the center line and then go back out to the shoulder line to make a proper stance. What that is doing is allowing you to shift your weight, which you could consider as a dodge. If somebody was trying to punch me and I shift my weight onto my left leg before I step out, I've now moved my head to the side. I've got out of the way of that punch, sort of. And then I move back out into my stance to the shoulder line. This is showing us that the moving foot should pass within half a shoulder width distance from the stationary foot. 2 shoulder lines, center line, your foot goes to the center line, back out to the shoulder line. Well, that center line is half a shoulder width distance, right? This is 1 shoulder width for me. This is half. So if my foot comes to the center line, right there. Now in the pattern Chun-Ji, the last 4 moves, 2 punches forward, 2 punches backwards, you're doing that again, and you're moving into the center line, back out to the shoulder line a couple times, and then also doing it backwards, which just reinforces the rule that the moving foot, when you move it, it should go to within about half a shoulder width distance from the non-moving foot or the stationary foot. That's just the basic concept, and that's going to carry through to many other things. As an example, the many different ways to do sine wave. There's not just one way to do sine wave. The basic concept is down, up, down, but there's many ways to do it. And in later videos, we'll explain that. And this rule that we just explained, that will come into play again.
Awesome. This is a great topic. And so basic, but it is fundamental to all the pattern work that we do in Taekwondo. So stay tuned for our next video. We're going to be talking lots more about technique. If you have any questions that you want to ask Grandmaster Stanley, and then he can fish out of the old Comdo archives, stuff that you've learned from General Choi yourself, drop it in the comments below. If you haven't hit subscribe already, please do, and please share with your friends. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.
Taekwondo.